All right, Michelle.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. We're hitting record on our catch-ups.
Which are almost too few and far between these days.
I know.
We have a lot going on.
And now we're just adding work to our catch-ups. So we are doing catching up and recording at the same time.
Let's go.
So how's this past year been?
Insane.
I know.
Insane. But exciting. Heartbreaking. Great. I don't know. A lot to cover. We've got 6 kids.
Between the two of us.
We've got a business that's 5 years old. Opening another business. I feel like we're just burning the candle at both ends.
And we have husbands.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And friends and family. Don't you feel like there's just not enough hours in the day?
100%.
Allocate your time of your day for me. Like percentage is allocated to the kids or, percentage to the husband versus the business. Like, where do you want to be and where are you?
I think if I'm home, my kids are so demanding that there's not an option really to give elsewhere. So they require my presence because they're so little, right? I had a baby this year, which is good because I think where I'm struggling is staying present in the moment and not letting my fears or my anxieties about the future or tomorrow or something like that get in my way. So my poor husband is probably absolutely last on that list.
I was going to say the same.
But between the Fitz and my human babies, that's taking up all of my energy.
Yeah.
What's up? What are we talking about?
What are we talking about today? Listen, this is meant to be a flow. This is meant to be just us catching up and doing what we do. And what I am often doing with you is bringing you new and fun information. And then we kind of reflect on it together. But, in preparation for this podcast.
Can I just say, I love how excited you are right now. I can feel you about to giggle and you're excited about it, which is a good thing for me and kind of how we balance well because I feel nervous. I'm not as comfortable speaking publicly and letting people in.
Yeah.
You'll do the ask me anything anonymously thing. And that's too scary for me because I'm probably more sensitive than I let on.
It's so interesting. That's definitely our dynamic too, is I am off the bat very open. I'm like an open book. I'll just get in there and go in front of a camera and be in front of a mic and have no issue. But you take more time to open up and you go deeper. You are the connection. And I'm more of I'm really good at getting there on that superficial level very quickly and creating a connection quickly. And yours is a much deeper connection. And so between the two of us, we have both, right?
Yeah. So do you think you're an extrovert?
I always thought I was until life got so busy. And then I realized how much value I have on being by myself and how much I really need that. I'm often finding times when I'm driving home, I do it in absolute silence. And that was never a thing before, with the chaos of home life, which is 3 kids running around and music playing, which I love, and TV going on. And, I need that silence. But we've been to a conference where I was in bed. I was in bed in my pajamas and someone texted me a picture. Tatiana texted me a picture that she was out at a cocktail reception that I knew I was missing. And she said, you should come have so much fun. And we were both so tired. And you decided to stay back in the hotel room. And I whipped on my pants and ran up there. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm an introvert or an extrovert. Definitely a little bit of both, maybe. How about you?
I think I'm definitely an introvert.
Yeah.
What's funny is that people tell me that I'm intimidating. And I feel like like you said, I'm such an open book. Like my heart is so open once I get to talking to someone. But I think just like crossing that barrier is a step for me.
For sure.
Like I'm happy to do it. I will share anything about my fertility journeys and my mental health and like how I've gotten where I've gotten to be. And I don't actually have time for the bullshit that I hear you like giggling about in the hallway. Like to me, that's exhausting. Like I don't
hear me giggling about.
Yeah, like you talking about like Real Housewives and stuff. Like
I
I'd
love
rather
the
someone
bullshit.
come in and I want to be like, okay, so tell me whatever happened with that guy that you were struggling with, or
Yes.
you know, like I want to get to the heart of the matter.
Yes.
And so I don't know, it's just different.
I love the bullshit.
That's great.
I love the bullshit.
That's great.
Love the Bravo and gosh, the latest mahjong drama in the suburbs.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of mahjong drama.
Someone once said to me, you know, she was talking about dating and she said, I'm not for everybody and I don't want to be. And it was such an interesting point because I think especially when you're young,
Yeah.
you want to be liked so badly, especially in the dating world by like everyone, right?
For sure.
And feeling rejection is really hard.
Mm-hmm.
But she had reframed it in a way that was like, yeah, of course I'm not going to be for everybody and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think the same thing goes probably for any industry, but specifically for ours when our relationships with our patients are so important in establishing trust. Like there will be patients who connect with you much better than they connect with me and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, it's okay if we like different things or we talk about different things.
Totally. There's a place for both too.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying you do talk about the bullshit with your patients.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
you do. And
Yeah.
I do go there with my patients as well. It's a balance.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, for sure.
But I have found myself listening in the car, like driving in the car and not turning anything on also
Right?
recently. And I will realize that I've been driving for like 45 minutes in
Right.
absolute silence. But I actually saw a reel yesterday. I don't know, the Harvard Business School does some like quick, they'll have a professor on and they'll be just doing like a little bite. And actually yesterday he was talking about how important boredom is and that silence.
I've seen this too, especially in kids.
Especially in kids.
Yeah.
Which reminds me of being like every week in church, just like sitting in that pew, so bored that you're like imagining the wood grain and like what shapes it's making on there.
Oh my gosh, do you know what
truly
I
when
did?
you're that bored, it activates a different part of your brain that you can only access.
Yeah, boredom is so necessary and it gets you create.
It really is where
it's-
creativity comes
for
from. I think,
sure.
where you can think
sure.
outside the box.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. But it's uncomfortable because you have to get quiet with yourself.
You know how I feel about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You love your therapy.
But yeah, well, I do because she's amazing.
Yeah, you're obsessed with your therapist. I have dabbled.
You haven't found your person.
I haven't found my person. I want to be as in love with my therapist as you are in love with yours without sharing the same therapist. Because your therapist knows way too much about me.
She does. She knows a lot about you.
What should we talk about next? Let's talk about the last year.
Okay.
Last year. Okay. So it's September, October of last year. Where were we?
Very pregnant.
You were so pregnant.
Very miserable.
Who's had worse pregnancies? You or me?
Me.
You?
Yes. I'm so sick when I'm pregnant.
I'm so round when I'm pregnant.
Okay. You're not around anymore. That was a very temporary thing.
It is all temporary. And that is why I'm considering having a fourth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Terrified.
Terrified. Our maternity leaves.
Well, we are just spread so thin right now.
I know. I'm not pregnant.
I know. But in like my last pregnancy, I was extremely sick. I had a ton of anxiety around all of my infertility stuff. I was very worried I was going to lose the pregnancy. And oddly, on my third pregnancy, also, I got super depressed, which I really hadn't experienced before, and ended up cornering your husband in your kitchen, who happens to be my OB-GYN.
I know.
And
We keep things really close in our family in this business.
and telling him that I was super depressed, and he graciously looked around to make sure nobody else was there to check if I was okay and adjusted some meds right then. But that was brutal. Like, I love babies. I'd have a million more babies. I just don't think I could go through that again.
Yeah.
It was hard.
Outside of your pregnancy, what's been the hardest thing this year for us or for you?
I think navigating change at the Fitz in particular, navigating my need for control of things that I can't control, right? Kind of accepting what I can't control. A lot. There's been a lot. I mean, I don't know. You go. What's been hard
I know
for you?
it's hard. It's hard to think about what the hardest thing has been because it's been heavy this year. And every founder we talk to, every business owner we talk to, everyone that's been in our position or something similar has always said the 5-year mark is tough. And I've found us, when we started, we were such a small company and we were running on adrenaline and hopes and dreams and, oh my gosh, is this actually going to work? And it felt very much of like it had that small company feel. And now that we're 5 years in and we're building a second location and there's double the staff and we can't necessarily have that mindset anymore of, I don't know, what was that mindset? There was so much pressure to succeed in the beginning, and now the pressure is to stay successful at 5 years and be even more successful and grow even more. So it's a different mindset, and I think that people aren't always ready to shift with the business and to shift with us. And so those growing pains have literally been that. They're growing pains. They hurt, but it's growth. And so I would love to go back to that moment for a day. That first day, that first opening. God, even the day that we opened our books.
Yeah, that was so exciting.
That was such an exciting day. But that mindset, that total jubilee is what I want to call it, right? The Queen's Jubilee.
Well, okay, so you know how people say when you talk about your kids, when they're so little, it's so physically demanding, it's so tough. And then people say bigger kids, bigger problems. So that's kind of what it feels like to me. Ownership in the past, in the 5th year has felt a lot like you have to decide between A and B. Both options are going to make someone you care about upset.
Ugh, I know.
But you have to choose one. Before, it felt like if we could just explain to people.
Why am I getting emotional?
I know. If we could just explain to people the position that we're in and that we have to choose between these two things.
I know.
And if we came with open hearts and met people where they were, they would get it, right? And this year, and as we've gotten bigger, I feel like bigger kids, bigger problems. The choices are harder. I will say 100% we put ourselves last.
Oh,
Our needs,
yes,
our family's needs.
Yes.
It's always about trying to make other people happy and feel valued and feel appreciated to the point that I'm hanging by a thread. So it's been interesting to just have to let go of that control, because sometimes people just need to believe what they believe so that their story makes sense and their decision making makes sense.
Yeah.
And I have to let it go. And so that's what I'm trying to do. But for me, something that my therapist, Lauren, has told me that it really resonates is that a lot of times what feels like loss is actually alignment. And you and I told you this morning. I said, Suzie, every time you say that can't happen, it happens. We have navigated so many of the things that we are so desperate to not have to face. And every time we have to face them. So we're getting stronger. We're learning to trust ourselves more. But for me, a big part is I'm learning to let go more. whenever the noise gets loud for us, and we've said this, and we've sat with Tatiana and we've talked about this, whenever it feels like the noise is getting crazy, which we're going to talk about, like when it comes to some of the social media stuff that's going on right now, we recenter ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
What matters to us?
Mm-hmm.
The patient experience,
Mm-hmm.
giving a safe, natural, and effective result. And we want our patients feeling comfortable coming back to us. So that's where we need to spend our time.
Ugh. Like, flip, end the pod, like, end the end, period. That is what we call trickle-down therapy. You got that from your therapist, and you're giving it to me, and you do this a lot because I'm not in therapy, and I should be, and with what time, but yes, so much yes to what you're saying. I agree with everything you're saying, but it's still hard, and it will never not be hard. Mm-hmm. It just gets less hard. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like the things that used to throw me into a spiral and the things that used to keep me up at night, I'm spiraling less. I'm staying up just, I'm going to sleep more. And it is because that you and I and Tatiana are always, well, we always have each other, which is a different dynamic than a lot of founders and owners, right?
Yeah.
But we are always truly acting with what we think is best for the company and for our patients. And we also, when we call each other out, we're not defensive.
Yeah.
That is something that is really good.
Yeah.
For our dynamic is we don't take it personally when we call each other out on things, because we just need to be checked. And we know that we need to be checked occasionally.
Yeah.
Like that's just human nature, right?
Right. But I will say that I, like, as a high schooler, as like in college, pretty much, like I was never like a cool kid, but I had friends, like I got along with people. But I never experienced like bullying until this industry. Mm-hmm. And so that has been a very difficult thing to navigate. And someone said to us recently, like, people aren't going to feel bad for you. So that's like also a hard thing to swallow, because we have faced a lot of bullying over the past 5 years. People saying things that are frankly not true, or making assumptions about us, or talking really poorly about us. And it's hard not to defend yourself in those moments. And it's hard not to think, well, I can just come and I can just be open-hearted and people will hear me and they'll understand, because people are going to believe what they want to believe. And it's addicting, right? It's fun to have a common enemy. It's what we see in politics.
It's that dopamine rush.
It's such a dopamine rush. Mm-hmm. And I've had to accept that for some people, whether it's a competitor or something else, like we are that dopamine rush for them. We're that bonding moment. And so I try to understand that and hope that in time will go away. But also, like, it's not always my job to correct the record, right? I just do feel that in time, things shake out. So some people call that karma, whatever you want. But maybe it's over time someone has a different perspective of a decision we had to make because now they're in that position.
But we've also, that's happened to us too, right? Mm-hmm. Like we've been on that side of leaving a place of work that we didn't feel aligned with anymore. Mm-hmm. And in our brain, maybe our immature brain at that point, it was, they were that common enemy that often bonded us, right? Yeah. And we grew up quickly in the as far as business owners and founders. And very soon after we opened the Fitz, you and I were looking at each other being like, oh, that's why our old employer did it like this, or, oh, that's why, these decisions were made. And it puts things into perspective very quickly.
Yep.
And we give a lot of grace to our old employer and other founders and owners. And you and I are often, people bring us in for information, right? They'll say, oh, I heard this about this person or this competitor of yours. And while we used to jump on that bandwagon and say, oh my God, can you believe that they're doing this? Even if we might not have a favorite person, right, that we're hearing this about, we still sympathize much quicker than we used to. As of, hey, listen, that's one person's story. There's likely another side to it from the founder and the business owner or the boss's decision making, right? And we have a lot more empathy for people in our positions.
That comment you made about maturity, I think, is so important, because maturity and more of like a global perspective is what I think about when you mention that. When I was in my early 20s, I worked at a hospital in DC, and I applied for like a manager role or something, and I didn't get it. Someone else got it. And I was pissed because I thought that that job should be mine and that I was such a good leader. And what's interesting now is that at that point, I thought being a leader was being the loudest, or being kind of like the pebble in someone's shoe. Like, I'm going to speak up for the rest of the team who doesn't want to speak up.
Oh my gosh.
Right? And so as I've grown,
Nope.
that's not leadership.
No.
Right? It's maybe understanding what's going on for the rest of the team, but finding a way to bring that to the bigger group and find common ground, and so we can have the same goal, right? It's not just being the loudest complainer. And anyone who's in healthcare, I think, or has worked as a nurse will understand, in a hospital, will understand the idea of when the charge nurse gives you an admission and you're like, oh, I don't want an admission. And you're pissed at the charge nurse. You're like, why are they giving it to me? She could take this assignment. She could take that patient.
Has an easier load.
Yeah, I already have 2 patients.
Yeah.
You're pissed at that charge nurse.
Totally.
And you take it so personally, and it will ruin your day. And it might ruin your relationship with the charge nurse, right? And then you move into a charge nurse role as you get a little bit older, and you're realizing these patients are coming in. They're sick. In my case, they were babies that needed help, or maybe were just born, or were coming out of the operating room.
I was having heart attacks thrown at me all the time.
They have to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And you are triaging the entire unit.
You're doing the best you can.
You're doing the best you can, and it has to go somewhere. And it's actually not personal. And just that shift in perspective of, it's not just me and my needs, it's the needs of the whole hospital or the unit or the practice that you work at, or the business that you work at.
It's the patient.
It's the
patient has to get treated.
But you have to have that perspective. And the only way that real change happens is to be able to partner together.
Yeah.
So like you said, I have so much more grace now, looking back at some of those moments when I was upset with an assignment or when I didn't get a job. And I am now like, well, no shit, I wouldn't have given myself that job.
Because I was
if
loud.
I were in those shoes.
I was loud.
Because I was loud, because I thought that my confidence.
Overconfidence, maybe.
My overconfidence was what leadership looked like.
Right.
And I think leadership is much quieter. None of this is so unique to the beauty industry or to the aesthetics industry initially. You will be in any hospital which is mostly staffed with women, nurses.
Sure.
And you see a little bullying, a little we eat the young, pay your dues,
totally
kind of thing over time. But it feels like there are more guardrails in place, that there is a stopping point, a line in which you don't cross because it's unprofessional.
But here's the thing. In the hospital or law firms or anything like that, social media isn't a component. And patients aren't, or clients or whatever, aren't interacting with the nurses in their off time, or they're not following each other, and lawyers aren't interacting with their clients. The aesthetics industry is so different that social media is a big part of what we do.
Well, it feeds it, actually.
Totally.
It's not just that, okay, there's no guardrails and people take it a step too far.
Right.
It's that it's rewarded, truly. And that's where I struggle with social media in general, because it's not great for my mental health. I know that at times I'm addicted to the dopamine hit of pulling up my phone and pulling up Instagram and scrolling mindlessly. Like I went to check my calendar and I'm like 5 minutes into like mindlessness,
On Instagram,
right?
I know.
So I want to be better about that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I feel this obligation to post my work, to respond to my patients, to be available, and then everything else comes with that.
Mm-hmm.
But as we've seen recently between some of the bigger names and more like famous providers in our industry, is that they are saying really inflammatory things about each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it's doing exactly what they want it to do, which is we're all sending it to each other. We're all talking about it in our group chats. We're all saying, can you believe he said this about her? And he said they're stupid or whatever it might be.
Right.
And it's kind of like just putting eyes on it is feeding the beast.
Mm-hmm.
Our friend, Zach Lutz, who you're good friends with, we recently had someone in our industry, provider, do a post this past year that specifically shared misinformation.
Zach did not do that, but
Zach did not do that, right? A person did. And it was bad information and potentially dangerous for a patient. And then later came out that this person said, my PR team recommended that I do this because it would get people talking. And Zach came out and said, we have a responsibility as medical professionals to not do that.
Yeah.
So I've really been kind of grappling with how to navigate social media lately.
It's just so wild because you wouldn't see cardiologists
And you shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't. I think you can say anything, right? And it's like, oh, this person is such a bad provider, or, oh, their results are so awful. And it just feels, it makes the industry look really bad.
Mm-hmm.
How are we
and
going
unprofessional.
I was going to say, how are we going to earn the respect of the
do you
wider?
Do you know the drama in the dental world?
No, but oh god,
there is.
I was
I'm
trying.
Just saying,
I was trying to make some like dental joke, like
we just didn't get there.
No, I no.
But like that's like kind of what it is. So I'm sure there is drama sometimes. I'm sure a dentist gets upset when another dentist opens down the street for them.
Yeah.
But it feels like the professional boundaries, specifically when it comes to beauty, are going off the rails.
I know.
And how do we get them back, or do we just don't go there? We just keep them for ourselves. But it makes everyone look bad.
I don't know. When I was someone asked me who my favorite influencer was, or they asked me who my favorite influencer was and what type of content I get on social. And so of course I look at my phone, and it's so funny. My algorithm is wild. My algorithm, I have completely changed it to like really weird shit. Like it's fucking weird.
On purpose?
You know, because I don't want to learn from Instagram anymore. I don't want to learn from TikTok. Yes, there's a lot of information on there from great providers that I trust, and I think it's beneficial. But what is heavier and what outweighs that really good information is the cattiness and the drama and even the mom shaming on there. Like that is not I don't want my algorithm to be full of that. So what my algorithm is full of is like jokes, dad jokes. You know, I love a dad joke. And I don't know, practical jokers. You know what's oh my gosh, I'm getting a lot of whose line is it anyway?
Really?
Recently. Those guys were so funny. And so I'm sitting in bed like chuckling, to myself, because that is what I need before bed instead of, well, I shouldn't be doing any screen time before bed, but I cannot be drowning from just the drama, the pressure. I need light and uplifting.
Yeah.
And so I don't have a favorite influencer. I don't really look at a lot of influencer content, period. It's like sunshines and rainbows on my algorithm. Oh, or that time that I was really deep into colonics.
Oh God, gross.
Do you remember?
Yes.
I'm still into it. I really want one.
Just do it already.
I'm nervous. I need someone to like hold my hand.
I'll hold your hand, but I don't want to do it.
I know. But those colonic content is wildly disgusting and fascinating at the same time.
Someone I know who got a colonic equated it to the feeling like, you know, when you've been sick and you haven't brushed your teeth for a couple of days and you have that like film on them and then you finally brush your teeth and you're like, this is the best feeling ever.
Yes.
She said.
Well, first of all, I've never not brushed my teeth for a couple of days.
If you like have COVID or the flu, you're like stuck in bed like that ill and you just get that like film on your teeth from like throwing up and stuff. No?
Well, no.
But
But
so
my
my pregnancies
imagine.
are worse than yours.
Fair.
So she said after she got it,
You win.
she was like, that was like brushing my teeth for the first time since then.
Oh my God. See,
So now I think you need to do it, but I just don't want, I'm just scared of it.
okay. So for the pod listeners, what is a colonic? A colonic is basically a tube up your butt that puts in like water, right? I don't know if it's like a certain type
Solution
of
or something.
saline, maybe like a hypertonic one or something that like basically flushes everything out of your colon, everything. And if you go down the rabbit hole on TikTok or Reels, you could see people like in this clear tube, like all the
Why
junk.
do they show that?
Michelle, it's like popping a pimple.
That's disgusting. I don't watch the pimple
I know.
popping.
I don't get that aspect of you at all. And that's actually my least favorite part of you. That I can't send you those
No.
pimple popping
No,
videos.
please don't.
Well, when I'm mad at you, I will. Be like, you have to look at this.
I'm surprised you haven't done one of the parasite cleanses yet.
I don't know enough about that. I feel like a parasite cleanse is different than a colonic. Like colonic is just like,
I don't know. It sounds like we
I'll
all
do
have
some research.
a bunch of worms living in us.
Oh, but in the colonic, you can see the parasites coming out.
That's disgusting.
No, I know. It looks so cool.
I really don't know how we got there. Oh, it was the algorithm.
Yeah. For sure. Mm-hmm. That's not my algorithm.
Okay, fair enough. My algorithm is a lot of animals.
Right.
Yeah.
See?
So that's like my palette cleanser and artwork. I try to get there.
I know.
I have a patient. She's my like top sharer on Instagram. You know, when you like go to hear who you're sharing to, she's like at the top.
Yeah.
And all day, like probably 5-6 times a day, we send animal videos back and forth to each other and they just make me happy. They're like mostly bears or like Highland cows or cute dogs.
Koalas are cute too.
Koalas are cute.
Yeah.
So I need that. The other thing that is really helpful for me at night is reading fiction. I started that in like 2016 as like true escapism because I have found like every time I'm doing anything else in my life, I'm multitasking.
Ah, same.
So the only thing you can be doing when you're reading is reading, or else you have to reread the page over and over again, right? You can't be on your phone and reading a book. You can't be doing this and doing that.
That's why I like Bravo, by the way. Because I can put on Bravo and scroll on my phone or work.
But I don't want to multitask anymore. I do it all day.
I know.
So reading fiction just every night is this, sometimes it's 3 minutes before I fall asleep, but it's this moment of like, my brain can only be focused on this and it can't be focused on all of the other things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's bring it back to aesthetics.
Oh, let me ask you a question.
Oh, yeah. Okay, girl.
Is getting Botox or laser treatments or filler, is getting aesthetic treatments, is that vanity?
No.
What is vanity?
I don't even know. And is vanity bad?
Vanity is associated with women.
Oh, for sure.
Right? We don't say, like, we don't talk about men being vain, but is taking care of yourself, is feeling more confident for you a bad thing?
No. And one of my patients, we got into a deep talk one day.
See, you go there.
I do go there. It just takes me time to go there. We were getting into a deep talk of like, you know, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? We're injecting filler and all this stuff. And I was asking her, how does all of this make you feel? You know, because she was actually going through kind of a period in her life where she was a little uncertain about her future and her marriage was kind of struggling and Her kids were being difficult, but I said, how are you feeling? How does all of this make you feel? Is this your therapy? Like, is this what's making you feel good? And she's like, it's not the lip filler or the cheek filler that makes me feel good. It's actually waking up in the morning, looking at myself in the mirror completely naked and feeling good. And she said, I just want to feel good naked. I just want to feel good in my skin. And that's my goal with all of this. She's like, that's why I work out. I just want to feel good. I want to feel happy and I want to feel confident. And
it's for her.
It's for her. And which then trickles down to everything else, right? If you're feeling good, you are not only sleeping better, you're sleeping better. You have a little bit more patience with those around you. You are less insecure sitting in your chair when you're working.
You can show up for your life.
You can show up. And for the people in it. Mm-hmm. So I like that perspective of, yes, I'm doing this for me, but I'm also doing this because I want to do it. I feel like I look better doing it, but the end result makes me feel good.
Right.
Not look good.
Right. I mean, to me, it's so simple that we all do things that make us feel like we can show up as our true selves. And whether that's coloring your hair, getting your eyelashes done, working out at the gym. For men, I feel like if they are getting up every morning, going to the gym, working out on some super strict diet, getting really cut and lean, it's glorified as, wow, look at what sort of dedication this person has. And they're a strong husband and a businessman and he works out. Like, oh my God, look at all this stuff. Right.
But then when women do it.
Yeah, it's like she's taking time away from her family.
Mm-hmm. Who is watching her kids while she works out.
While she's working out, or, getting her hair done, or going to get skincare treatments done. And it's such a double standard, and it pisses me off, to be quite honest.
What are you going to do about it?
I think I am doing it about it. I feel better in my own skin now than I did ever in my life.
I know, same.
I was plagued with insecurity as a teenager, as a child, even in college, even after college. And
did I tell you that one of my college boyfriends put a weight limit on me?
Ew.
I know.
What?
Yeah. He said I couldn't weigh more than a certain amount. And I still dated him for another 3 or 4 months after.
That's terrible, sis.
I know. That's how low my confidence was.
Was it arbitrary? Like he just thought of a number, or this was actually based on your weight?
Yeah, it was an arbitrary number.
Guys are dumb.
I know. I know.
Yeah, so I feel like that ability to show up in the world, and what's helped me as I've gotten older is, I would have such social anxiety before going out, right? I would agonize over what to wear, if it looked good on me, if I felt too big in this area, should I not wear that? I was so jealous of the people who I felt like could throw on a pair of jeans or throw on a dress and go out, right? And felt good. And I thought they looked so beautiful. And a couple things have happened to me as I've actually been in the aesthetics world that have reframed a lot of it for me. One being that I will have patients walk in who I think are the most beautiful person I've ever seen.
I know where you're going. Same.
Just they take my breath away, and then they sit down and they pick themselves apart.
No matter how beautiful, how rich, how powerful. I mean, we are in the treatment room with some beautiful, rich, powerful people.
Yes.
Men and women.
Yes.
And they sit down and you're like, you're not happy.
Yep.
Holy shit.
So that awareness that even the person that I'm aspiring and think if I just looked like them, I would be happy.
Yeah.
That awareness that they're coming in and they feel terrible about how they look was eye-opening for me. And then I was one of those people who relied on Botox after I had gotten it the first couple times. Like, oh my God, this made my skin look so much better. I still probably for like 5 years didn't take my skin seriously. So I wasn't using retinol and I wasn't doing the things that we recommend all of our patients do
because
to
people
really glow.
don't realize that Botox is not, it affects the muscle. Yes,
Right.
it makes the skin look better as a secondary effect, but it treats the muscle. Right. And so it can remove lines and lift brows and slim the lower face, but it's not going to make your skin healthier.
So over time, you still don't have that glow that you're looking for.
Right.
So skin health has been big for me, but being able to show up in the world and not wear makeup, just throw mascara on and feel confident walking out the door, that ability to show up, I think has been transformational to the rest of my life, to feeling comfortable walking in rooms that I used to have a lot of social anxiety about. And say, okay, I'm here as me and I feel good about who I am. I know who I am. That feels different for me.
Being an extrovert, an introverted extrovert, I got to a point in my life a couple of years ago where I was so not confident in where I was, how I looked,
especially post-baby.
I mean, you knew how I was feeling. And I would get invited to places and I really wanted to go. And I would look in my closet and I was at a point of like my post-baby body where I was just buying clothes that were bags. Are you okay?
I just it breaks my heart for you.
I know, it was hard.
It was a hard time.
It was a hard time.
You never wanted to be in pictures.
I never wanted to be in pictures.
And I felt that way too. I think that's why I can relate. I've been in those shoes, but that was a really sad time for me.
It was really hard. And I would just buy the baggiest clothes. It was one or two things. I would either just buy baggy clothes because I know that it would hide me, always in black, or I would go and buy the most expensive clothes, thinking that, okay, this is a fancy brand, it's very expensive, so it must make me look good, right? But no matter how much I was spending on the dress or the clothes or the jeans or whatever, I still didn't look great because I wasn't lifting my head up.
Yeah, the
spark was gone.
Yeah.
And that was a hard time. And so aesthetics, especially at the Fitz too, is like, yes, it's skincare. Yes, it's Botox, it's injectables, it's all the fun buzzwords. But Dr. Tatiana, has brought in such a new world of wellness that has been so transformative. What's the word? Both? Sure.
Whatever.
To my life, your life, our patients' lives. And it gives us our spark back. That was hard. It was hard for both of us.
It was.
Oof.
It was. And it was at a time, I feel like, in the industry when it was about where you're seen, what you're attending, the photos, all of that. But truly, I'm more comfortable in jean shorts and a t-shirt, and that's how I want to feel comfortable, and not I've felt like you hiding before. It's not a fun place to be.
Remember we went on that big shopping spree?
Yeah, that was actually a funny day.
It was a funny day, and I needed that day. We went on this big shopping spree at Nordstrom's, and we needed each other to be there. I was really uncomfortable in my body. You were also post-baby, and
I mean, we were putting on things that we thought were trendy and cool and just cracking up because we looked so stupid.
We laughed. But the thing is if I were there alone trying something trendy and cool, I'd look in the mirror and be sad. But because you were there with me and we were both kind of like, we look insane.
This is so dumb.
So dumb. A lot of people ask me about our relationship as business partners and best friends. I was talking to a patient yesterday as I was doing her soft wave, and she just went out on her own with her best friend as well, also in the beauty industry. I said, oh, how's it going with you and your friend? Because you hear the stories of it just crumbling. She said, so far, everything's going well. But I started giving her advice on like, you know, our experience and how we handle conflict. And I said, just talk. It's always better when you talk. Don't you think?
Yeah.
And you and I have learned like the second something doesn't feel right or something's bothering us, we just say it. We just talk about it. And having those talks can be scary because so much is on the line for us.
Well, we used to hold back from having them too long. And then it would be too big, right? Like you start getting resentful then of whatever is happening is unrelated or something like that. I feel like I remember the first difficult talk we had. I feel like we met and we sat outside at Hackney's on Harms. That was a tough one.
That was a hard one.
But we had waited too long to have it. And that's why I think it felt so hard. Now we have them all the fucking time. And I swear to you, I'm like, I would just like one day of my life to go by where I don't have to have a really hard conversation.
They're not with me all the time.
No, it's you know, my nanny or somebody else or like
a friend,
my husband, my sister, our marketing director. Like it happens every day. But what I have found, and I've told you this recently, is that I get a lot of anxiety when I feel disconnected.
I know.
And so, and I also am always trying to like smooth the waters for everyone else and meet them where their needs are. What do they need? And so I'm trying to be a little bit better in saying out loud, I need connection. So, you know, when you were on vacation a couple of weeks ago and you were disconnecting as you should, but then you got back in town and I had been waiting to talk to you and to lean on you like I usually have. And I was having a hard moment. And you're like, cool, I'm running into Costco. I was pissed.
Oh, yeah.
And you knew it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure I knew it. I felt awful.
I was like, everyone else has had you for over a week.
Yes.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
And I'm not feeling good and I need to talk to you right now. Yeah. And so that was good. I mean, we just have it now. We just
squash it real quick.
Yeah.
It's much easier to have 3 to 5 minute hard conversations and then it's squashed than having like a 2-hour long tearful conversation.
But in general, how do you feel about what would be your advice for someone who's considering starting a business and having a partner?
Go with your gut. Trust your gut. We have made so many mistakes
by not listening to our guts.
And it's been, we just kick ourselves every single time. And we know when the gut feeling kicks in, like, you know, that gut feeling that I had when we're driving over the bridge on North Armitage. Avenue, North Avenue. And we ignore it. So yeah, go with your gut. Let's talk about let's be Kardashians for a minute. I know, like, let's swing things around, right? Okay. Let's be Kardashians for a minute. And
who are you?
Oh, I'm Khloe.
You're Khloe.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who am I? I don't know them well enough, actually, to know.
I feel like you're
Chris.
I was going to say Chris. I was going to say Chris.
Really?
Yes, but I didn't want to compliment you too much. Because she is the queen.
She's the queen.
I was going to say Chris, but yeah, you have a little Kylie in you, I think.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So let's be Kardashians real quick and talk about our peak and pit.
Oh, is that what they do?
Yes, Michelle.
I mean, I've talked about peak and pit for a long time. I don't think it's a Kardashian.
It is a Kardashian thing.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. What?
I don't.
You did. That's like basic.
I know, but that's existed forever. Like, I don't. That's
since
not
the Kardashians.
No,
yes.
Forever.
Michelle, you are wrong.
Okay.
They created it.
Uh-huh.
Robert Kardashian, rest in peace, created it. Okay. Let's talk about your peak and pit.
Okay.
Should we do the whole, like, the last 5 years or the last 1 year?
5?
Okay. Go. You start.
Maybe peak and pit are from the last year. I don't know. Peak is my girls.
I'm talking about the business, Michelle.
No, Sue.
Yes, I love your girls too. And my kids and my husband are my peak as well. That's boring. Let's go. Everyone's peak is their family.
I know. Well, maybe not. I just I can't believe I have 3 kids.
I know. I'm really happy for you.
And I think the pit has been trying to navigate showing up for them when things are really hard at the Fitz.
Yeah, the guilt
Yeah.
that we're feeling, both of us, has been really heavy as far as mom guilt, as far as leaning on our husbands for most bedtimes, most weekends. Like, it's been really, the guilt is so, I've never experienced it like we have.
Like, I just want to sit and play with them and not have my mind elsewhere or looking at my phone, worrying that the next shoe's going to drop. Like, or being short with them, because I'll find myself finally by the end of the day, getting really short with them because they're not getting out of the bath when I want them to get out of the bath, or they're dressed, or they're throwing some temper tantrum. And that is the hardest to navigate. I think we kind of already discussed like the emotional, like having to stuff down your needs as a human being for the sake of everyone else in the company. That's been difficult as well, to kind of know that you're not because you're the boss, you are not looked at necessarily like a human being with feelings in the same way that everyone else is. And you just have to accept it. That's how it is. That's how I treated my former bosses and stuff like that. So
you've always had a harder time accepting that.
Yeah.
I accept it fully.
Yeah. That's hard for me.
I know.
There's real grief for me in not being able to make everyone happy or meet everyone's expectations. I think I feel terrible when I feel like I've let people down, even if I know I did the best I could. That's tough.
I saw something on TikTok or something that was saying, this person seemed credible. So maybe it was like Dr. Becky or something. She said something along the lines of like, your kids only, to feel cared and loved, they only need 10 minutes a day of your undivided attention. So I don't know if that's true or not, but 10 minutes a day per kid, that's 30 minutes of undivided, like phone away, not even on you.
Yeah.
That feels doable as a working mom.
Yeah. And
so what I've tried to implement with my kids is like, Jack really likes going on a walk around the block with me. So after dinner, we'll go on a walk around the block. And that's just like holding hands, taking our time. I do something similarly with Charlie and Suzie, but that just feels good. And it fills my cup too. So my peak, my pit, I'm going to keep it focused on the Fitz. Yes, my peak is my family. But as far as the Fitz, I would say that one of the peaks this year was finally getting like a new branding deck. That was really fun. That was exciting. A lot of work for us. We kind of shifted our logo. We got new colors. We really deep dived into who we are, what we want, what the messaging that we're trying to send out to our patients. And that felt fresh and new and exciting for me.
Yeah, like it instilled like hope, right? So when you're living day to day and you're just surviving each day, right, you feel so in it. And that exercise really forced us to look at like, who do we want to be in the future? Who do we want to be our patients? What are we trying to achieve for people? And to be able to get clarity on that and alignment felt exciting.
Yeah, it was really exciting. I would say the pit has been feeling like, I mean, to your point of like not feeling like a real human to other people, feeling like just someone other people can just step on and talk shit about and say negative things. But I don't know, I feel like it's all going to pass. And I feel such solace in knowing that we know who each other is truly, and our patients know who we are. Can you imagine if none of this was recording?
That's all I think about. Literally, not even being silly.
We've had laughs, we've had tears, we've had tea, and none of it recorded.
One time, Dr. Batista was getting named.
Oh my God.
She was getting named
You
trainer.
will never let me live this down.
No. And, we put a lot of work into advocating for her and planning this special moment that was going to be such a surprise for her. And we had like a whole thing set up in the break room. And before we're walking her in, I'm like, Suzie, you got to record this. And she's like, okay. And she turns her phone on, and it was such a special moment.
She looked so happy. It was so cute.
And you didn't hit record, or it was your pocket or something.
I didn't hit record.
Yeah, that was.
I know you'll never let me live that
Because
one
I
down.
reminded you literally as we were walking.
I
in.
tried. It's not that I did it intentionally, Michelle. I literally was holding my phone, like pretending. I thought I was.
Oh my God.
Ugh, God, I can't be perfect.
But you know what? We have the memory.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
the people who film concerts. Why are there so many of those people? Put your phone down.
Put your
Take
phone
a
down.
picture and then listen.
Yeah, and then post it. I never watched
It's like
concerts.
fireworks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what's going on in the industry? What are people debating right
What-
now?
what's
Should we
the
do it? Should we
debate?
not do
The
it?
sweater
Should we
weather.
offer it? Should we not offer it? What do people want?
Okay, I think give the people what they want. I think everyone's talking about regenerative.
Mm-hmm.
And
What does that mean? Because not everybody knows.
it can mean a lot of things. I think it's pretty broad. But as far as aesthetics go, it's usually using some type of substance to stimulate your body's own ability to create something else, whether it be collagen, whether it be elastin, and how that will affect your skin, the volume of your face, the areas of your body positively.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the regenerative treatments that are kind of tried and true, they've been around forever, Sculptra and Radiesse.
Mm-hmm.
And we love those at the Fitz.
We do.
We do. They work in different ways, but the end goal is similar, which is to boost collagen, boost elastin, provide beautiful natural looking results. They are more skin treatments, in my opinion, than they are volumizers, or, they just give that natural subtle glow because they boost collagen.
Lit from within kind of look. Yeah.
Yeah. But we've always had PRP too. PRP has been well studied for years or even decades at this point, but people always want more, the next best thing. People are looking to get filler results or facelift results without using filler or getting a facelift. And so with this whole biohacking movement and, really our generation is being more aware of what we're putting in our bodies. That is the same for aesthetics too. So using regenerative medicine has been really fun for everyone in the industry. There's so much to learn. There's so much to still learn.
There's so much
coming. And it is, as a provider, I've found it to be exciting, but also a tad bit overwhelming to stay up to date on all of it, because I feel like every day there's something new. And before we're offering it at the Fitz, we prioritize safety.
Yep.
Pretty high on that list, maybe number
Highest.
one.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And before we, offer something, we want to make sure it's safe.
Totally.
We want to make sure that it is effective and safe, and there's not any long-term sequelae that can happen at the detriment to our patients.
Right.
So while things may be buzzy and fun and trendy and everyone's talking about it, we don't like to be the first to bring on any new treatment.
No.
We like it to be
People
well-researched.
do it see their results
Mm-hmm.
over time.
Yeah.
Make sure we feel comfortable dipping our toes.
Yeah.
Obviously, somebody has to be the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And I congratulate those people that are willing to do it and want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd rather live in the middle here and feel a little bit more confident about
Mm-hmm.
what we're doing on people and elective treatments that they're doing to make themselves feel better. I would never want to do anything that actually makes someone feel worse over time because of something we didn't adequately study or look into.
Mm-hmm. We never want to feel pressured to bring on a treatment.
Because everyone's talking.
It's the wrong reason to bring on a treatment.
Yeah. But I also think the shift in regenerative medicine is exciting to me because I feel like we're signifying a shift in how we're thinking about our aging bodies.
And outcomes. Outcomes
And
too.
outcomes,
People
looking
are,
more natural and approachable.
which has always been our aesthetic.
Right. And so, well, it's always been our aesthetic.
That's what I said, our.
Oh, I think you said which hasn't always been. I'm like, no, it has been.
Well, it's always been mine. I don't know yours.
So, you know, we hear so much negative talk about aging, especially with women, right? And it's, for a lot, I mean, I'm sure we've done this too. It's like, come to the Fitz, get Botox, fix your lines because of your aging face, right? Like your body's falling apart, you're getting older, and we're trying to reverse that. And we need to do things to you to stop aging, or like it just has a negative connotation, right? Like you need me because your body's starting to fail.
But also, aging is a privilege.
It's such a privilege.
Such
and
a
when you've
privilege.
worked in ICUs like we have, like, and seen people on their very worst days. I mean, I must have this conversation like at least 3 times a day because I know I can tell my patient sleeps on their side. And I say to them every time that it's more important that you get a good night's sleep than a line on your face.
Yeah.
You know, if you are going to get garbage sleep because you're trying to lay there like a
this.
vampire,
Yeah, I know.
like,
I
no,
know.
that's no way to live.
I know.
It is such a privilege to age, but I like this shift in regenerative aesthetics because it's saying, no, your body is amazing. Its ability to heal itself is amazing.
Yeah.
The millions of functions that are happening right now in your body to let you be sitting here today is something that we should be celebrating. And so using regenerative medicine is using that body's ability to heal itself to build beautiful outcomes and leave people looking like what we always say is the best version of themselves. So back when you and I trained, you know, it was, okay, use this filler in lips. You need it every 6 months. And like that was the protocol.
Yeah.
And it was more about just giving people big lips and showing some in like very obvious before and after. And you know what? That got us patients for a while. And that's what we learned. But we learned, now we know more, so we do better, right? And so it's different. You don't need lip filler until you need lip filler. It's not, in 6 months, 1 year. Sometimes it's 5 years and you can still tell that it looks good.
But also, like, the syringes of hyaluronic acid filler come in a 1 ml syringe, 1 milliliter. And everyone's always like, well, how much are you going to use? Are you going to use the whole thing? Use the whole thing. I'm like, just because it comes in a 1 ml syringe doesn't mean that that's what I'm putting in your lips. Like, who made that number up?
Right.
Oftentimes, I'm just doing the smallest amount to just hydrate, to just give that little extra something. It's oftentimes the last place I'm filling someone.
For sure.
So I'm not going to be held to an amount because a brand puts it in a syringe that's that big. But I also think with regenerative, because one of the downsides of regenerative is that it's not instant gratification, unlike the hyaluronic acid fillers.
Right.
And I've found that years ago, patients, if given the option, right? Hey, do you want cheek filler today that you'll see today and you'll feel good in 2 days, 3 days? Or do you want Sculptra or Radiesse that's going to take more time? They were often gravitating towards that immediate result. And we've noticed over the last several years, people are more willing to wait for that natural result that feels like it's their own collagen. It's their own body doing the magic.
But then you need less of the hyaluronic acid filler.
Absolutely.
And the results all look better together.
Yeah. We love marrying the two.
There's a place for both.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And we want to be the advertisements for you can look you can get filler and look really normal.
Yeah.
And just like your best and favorite self.
Yeah.
So it's not regenerative although for some patients it is. I'm never going to push someone to do something they don't want to do.
I'm both. I have radius and like 5 or 6 syringes in my face right now, or most recently. Yeah, and I'm not perfect. Like I know if I were to pick myself apart as an aesthetic provider, I know what I need, or I know what someone may recommend to me. Mm-hmm. I need a little temple. I might need a little mid-face, a little chin, lip even. So I know that. But I'm actually really fine. How old am I? Am I 37? Or 36? 1989. 36.
I thought you were 36.
Okay, I'm 36. It's okay to have some flattening in our mid-face. Like that's normal. Like 36.
Your mid-face doesn't look flat to me.
Well, because I'm smiling. Mm-hmm. But anyways, I think we also need to like embrace our ages.
For sure.
I tell my patients all the time, you're 45. I'm not trying to make you look 20. That would look weird. Let's make you look 40.
It's better to look normal.
Always.
Than weird.
Always.
And there's like a few.
Well, I know.
You can just take it a step too far.
Okay, let's talk about something fun and exciting.
North
Shore.
Why are we doing a second location?
I don't even know. We're psychotic. Why are we doing that? Why?
We're doing it because our patients were asking for it.
I know, but like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
I know.
No, I'm so excited because our commute is about to get shorter, but it's not about the commute.
No, and it's only a couple days. Like, we're still coming downtown.
Oh yeah, I get asked that.
Are you still
here? Yeah. I won't see anyone. We'll both be at our Old Town location 2 days a week and the North Shore location 2 days a week. But we are planning on opening in October.
I think the most exciting thing for me about the North Shore is you and I have been able to be so like intentional in what we wanted that space to be. I mean, I'm sure there will be things when we get in there that are like, oh, we should have done this differently. But when we opened the Fitz initially, we had
my God.
No money.
Oh my God, no money.
Massive
How
loans.
did we do that?
We put liens on our homes.
That's okay. Yeah, don't remind me.
We didn't take paychecks for 6 months.
I know.
There were a lot of things. We were just grinding.
Yeah.
And a lot of the decisions we made about the space, and we just didn't know what we didn't know.
We were taken advantage of.
Yeah. So we've learned so much about what we're looking for, what our patients are looking for. We need so much more storage. I feel like my mom, like looking at a house, like more storage. You just need more storage.
Storage.
So we have so much more storage. We have like a conference room, a dedicated training room.
Michelle, we have an office.
Oh my God. So yeah, it's going to be great.
We have an office with a couch. Do you know what that couch is going to be used for?
Your napping.
My napping.
But we want people to feel comfortable coming in.
But not when I'm napping.
So yeah, no, it's going to be really exciting. I think it is more of a reflection of where we have evolved as the Fitz and who we wanted to be initially, or maybe how we wanted to show up as the Fitz, but didn't have the time or the money, in the past, which we're still, of course, we love the Fitz and we're very proud of it, but it's going to be exciting.
And you know what we're going to have to do next?
Update the downtown.
Yeah.
I do.
Everything will come in time, but no, I'm so excited for the North Shore opening. It is also such a bright building.
Yeah.
The skylights make a load of difference. The windows are amazing. We have areas for community events, and it's going to be cool. But yes, we did it because people were asking, not because we wanted a shorter commute.
Yep.
And so we're very excited to be welcoming all of our North Shore patients to the Fitz North Shore, but also
a lot of my cutie downtown patients are like, I'm going to come see it at least once.
Of course.
Yeah, because they're like, you know, they just want to see it, which I would love for them to come too.
I know.
It's right off the Metro.
Yes. Yeah. And Lakeshore Drive or Sheridan. No, but I'm just so excited for people to, see the Fitz that we've wanted as far as interior design. The Old Town definitely has more of like a cool girl vibe. And North Shore is going to be a little bit more moody and suburban.
Interesting, maybe? Interesting.
One of my friends,
Lots of color, lots of wallpaper.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
one of my friends.
Less safe, perhaps.
Ooh.
Although at the time that we opened the Fitz, like there was nothing like the Fitz.
We were like, we thought it was this amazing idea. It's a
It
novel
was.
idea.
It
It was to have a elevated patient experience focused med spa.
Yeah.
We're like,
That
there's-
wasn't pink and white and
There was nothing like it.
no.
Huh. Now they're everywhere. No, but one of my patients / friends was saying we should have a grand opening party for our downtown patients in the North Shore
Oh, that'd be cute.
and make it, because it's going to be around Halloween,
Uh-huh.
that the dress code was dress as your favorite suburban housewife. Wouldn't that be fun?
It would be
I have
fun.
all the clothes.
By the way,
I don't need a costume.
Speaking of suburban housewife,
Yeah.
Ellie reminded me that she used to make pickles with you, and you have not had her over to cut up cucumbers and make pickles.
I know, we did that one summer, and we did it 2 summers
2
actually.
summers.
And that was so fun. I totally would have done it again this summer, but I didn't garden because with what time? Yeah. So next summer, maybe.
Next summer, because now Sloan wants in on it.
Yeah. I love a good pickle.
Okay.
Oh, there's a clip. Clip that. So this is our first episode ever. If you have questions or want to tell us things, whether it be about aesthetics treatments that have gone wrong, ask us more tea, or tell us what we are doing well versus not doing well.
You can tell Suzie. Apparently, she can take it.
I can take it. But we'd love to hear from all of you guys. And we have an email set up. It's podcast@thefitzmed.com. Podcast@thefitzmed, as in medical, because that's what we're doing, .com. It is important for you to know that this podcast is not us giving medical advice. You should always talk up with your...
Quick disclaimer.
This podcast is not for medical advice. You should always talk to a licensed provider before receiving any treatments.
Thanks for being here today. Follow, rate, and share, and book at thefitzmed.com.